Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now. Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the main card of UFC 172 right now with two returning guests. Nick Kalikas from MMAOddsBreaker.com. He, of course, is a professional MMA odds maker and a consultant for numerous sports books. And also from MMAOddsBreaker.com, we have Brad Taschuk, MMA analyst. All right, guys, the fifth fight on the main card, Fili and Max Holloway. Two young featherweights. This is going to be an interesting fight, a little bit tough to handicap. I think that Holloway is a little bit better known than Fili, but then again, Holloway's lost a few of his most recent fights. So I'm assuming this is going to be a pretty competitive line with Holloway maybe a small favorite. Nick, is that how you see it?
Definitely close to a pick'em, no doubt about it. But I think the overall support might come in on Fili a little bit. So yeah, it's going to be, like I said, toss-up fight, near pick'em either way. I could see the line flip back and forth, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's going to be tight. I could see Holloway closing as a very slight favorite, or I could see, like I said, Fili closing maybe as a slight favorite as well. So true pick'em type of bout, no doubt about it.
All right, let's go to Brad Taschuk. Brad, I guess if either of these fighters got to like plus 150, I'd take them. First of all, would you agree with that? And second of all, if the fight were flat pick'em, who would you take here?
Well, if the fight were a pick'em, I'd probably side ever so slightly with Fili. I just think that it's going to be tough for Max Holloway to deal with his length. He's actually got a little bit of a reach advantage in this fight, and the fact that he's actually a very good striker as well, very aggressive, and I think that just gives him an advantage, even if not in the fight, definitely in the judges' eyes. The guy who's coming forward always seems to get the nod from them. But yeah, if the fight goes, or if the line goes, fairly big in either direction, I think you've got to take the dog money here, because this is a very, very competitive fight, and I do think that Max Holloway is the slightly better striker, but as I said, that gets weighed out by Fili's aggression.
Right. All right. So if Fili went to, let's say plus 125, would that be enough for you to think that there was at least a little bit of value on the side of Fili?
Maybe. I just think that this fight is so close that it's probably one that I'm going to stay away from. Just sit back and enjoy it, because this is going to be one fun way to kick off the pay-per-view card.
Okay, so Nick Kalikas, you think that probably you'll wind up getting a big two-way action on this one?
Yeah, I do think we're going to see, competitive action, because it's a competitive type of fight. One thing that frustrates me about Holloway, and if he used wrestling, period, if he looked for takedowns, if he was a more complete MMA fighter, I think that he would fare better, and maybe in this spot as well. Fili does, on the other hand, look for takedowns, and, he implements some ground and pound. He goes... Obviously, he trains with Alpha Male and the team over there, so even though these two are strikers, I know that Fili's probably going to try to mix in a takedown or two. Now, that's not going to be an easy task, because Holloway has decent takedown defense overall. He has been put on his back in his fights before as well, but still, it's going to probably remain standing. But, that's what the frustrating thing is about Holloway. I think he could be even better than what he is if he just kind of used all aspects of MMA.
Right, that's another thing that makes me a little bit nervous about betting fights like these, when you have two very talented, very young guys. You never exactly know when one of them might make a leap in terms of improvement in their game that you can't really anticipate.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, both these guys are 22, 23 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they just imagine how good these guys are going to get. So yeah, they got a long way to go as far as improvements go. And fight by fight, we do see guys in this situation just take leaps and bounds and just excel. So yeah, you're right, absolutely.
All right, I think I'm agreeing with Brad Taschuk here. Basically, it's a complete pass as far as betting this fight is concerned. All right, thanks so much, guys.